Yeah.
Thank you, Jack. Okay, so first of all, thank you for the opportunity to demonstrate how we can transform cybersecurity in a more benefit and revenue center rather than just focus on deployments. Of course, renewables is a pool of issues from the cybersecurity, and I'm happy to demonstrate that in this presentation. However, I think I just want to talk about the kind of a big aspects of why it's important for you guys to have a cybersecurity policies and management posture in place. First, I think it's not a matter of when it's going to happen. It's a matter of that you need to be prepared. It's definitely going to happen. The question of the most kind of risks associated to the cyber is how ready are you to retain or contain a cyber attack. Today, on the OT environment, availability is the matter of the most important aspect to keep the site running. I totally understand the decentralization of energy is so vital for our sustainability. However, your obligation and your responsibility to keep the technology in shape to protect against cyber threats is one of the main reasons that I'm here. I think, first of all, this is a matter that is already happening. We saw in 2022, prior to the war, a satellite has been taken down with 11 gigawatt of a wind turbine switching down in Germany. So this is kind of a vital for you to be kind of up to the speed on your game with the cybersecurity. I think the other point that I want to illustrate with the NIST 2.0 coming in town, it becomes very kind of especially management could be responsible, right? So that's a big shift from the not having no cyber or not being aware of the consequences of being negligent on the cyber, in order to be able to understand that is your responsibility to tackle the basic of the cyber. And you don't need too much. You just need a cyber hygiene, a basic cyber, which can cover and encapsulate what NIST 2.0 demands. I think for me, the big difference or big shift from the NIST 2.0 up to now is the top management will be responsible, or that means liable, for tackling the cyber and demonstrate the immaturity in case of an incident. And this means you might lose your mandate to operate. That's one. And the second one, companies that doesn't act on the cyber aspect might be responsible and lose the license to operate in that field. So I think it's necessary for you guys to understand the consequences. I don't want to sound scary. However, we just want to make sure that is an environment that is growing. Just recently now, World Economic Forum has released the big risks of our society. Cybersecurity is the fourth for the 10 years consecutive. So I think it's pretty obvious that everyone is talking about. Everyone definitely wants to commit the time and understanding, but sometimes the aspect is so big that in priorities shift from the kind of needs of cyber. And then I think companies still a little bit of not acting in that front. I think it's also important to mention that what we're trying to do is help companies to create the visibility, right? Where are all my assets? How is the maturity of my assets? In case of an incident, how do I behave? How do I act? How do I manage my operations? And how do I control an incident taking over my assets? So I think that's the important message that we want to pass. Mandatory, I think the losses that you can have from availability perspective, I think CyberEnergia can help in many ways. I think we have a dedicated portal, I think they're unique in the market, which is supply all the governance, all the incident management response, and all the kind of needs or visibilities that you needed. So we don't only give you the problems, we also ensure that you have the full roadmap for your cybersecurity. So therefore, I think it's important for you guys to be aware of the situation that we are here to help. So I'm very delighted to be able to give a little bit of a demo. If you want to come and let us know, and I can definitely demonstrate for you the kind of a situation of the cyber. We have our kind of a play scenario, play lab, which we can demonstrate very kind of precise how an attack could perpetrate inside of a site, and also how we mitigate that in real time. So this gives a kind of a balance for you to know before and after how much of attention does your site need it. I think commercial viable is quite important because most of the companies now or banks are demanding for you to have a maturity on the cyber, and therefore our portal also offers a unique perspective for you to demonstrate your maturity online in near real time. That means that your portal can be traded and also commercialized with the managed due diligence process that we have in place. So protecting the commercial value of your asset, ensure that you have the cyber hygiene cover, ensure the governance is in place, and your users also has been educated on the cyber. I think our mission is pretty simple: sealing the gaps on the cyber security for renewables and protecting our energy infrastructure, keeping our world very sustainable for the future. Thank you very much.